welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory in our Uber production side, and here's our 14,000 quick wire a minute right here. It's actually 14.4 because each one of these banks is 7,200, I believe. So I'd like to get it up and running. You are being delivered there. Okay, here's the spot right here that I need to connect. So I don't need this belt there or any of that. Okay, might be time. We are continually adding deuterium in here. And you can see we've actually built up quite a lot. Each one of these stacks of 500 is actually, what is that, 2,500? Or no, 25,000? 500 times 50? Yeah, it's definitely 25,000. 2,500 would be like 5 stacks of this, not 50 stacks. Okay. So, lots and lots of deuterium. We're actually slightly overproducing deuterium than what this thing needs, so it should be able to back up without any problems at all. But I wanted to get this on camera. This insanity. Alright, so there's the quick wire going in. And it's getting packed up and sent on the way. And this is able to do roughly 2,000 a minute, and all that's coming out of here is roughly 1,800 a minute. And I needed to put down some power poles just to be able to look at our power profile here. Not doing too bad. This setup is up and running. So this needs 60 per minute. I think I have Mark IIs, yeah. So these should back up. It's a phenomenal amount of quick wire. And all of this stuff is getting pushed into this side of the production, and now we've got stacks or packs of quick wire. All right, so moving on, I've done a little bit of work in getting power and other things going over here. We've got a hypertube set up, and we've got some power run out to here, and there is my sulfur. So I want to pack all this sulfur up and deliver it in packs of sulfur, not in raw sulfur. So if we're going to do this, let's get the turbo or the packing machine here. Now remember, each one of these can support roughly 2,000 a minute. I'm hoping the mod developer comes out with the update that adjusts the recipe ever so slightly. So all I really need is 6 of these, but they need to be maximum overclock. Okay, so we are going to pack, if I can find it, pack of limestone sulfur, and then 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And the last one here. No, not quick wire. Okay. Because it's just shy. Because you can see this 779.2. I don't know why that's such a weird number, but it is what it is. Okay. So here I've got a stack of things. Let's get, first of all, we're going to need power. So I want to do power here and here. These can't daisy chain yet. Unfortunately, you can't. Like if I go here, I can't then select this again. So these, fortunately, I do have an inquiry into the mod author to see if that's a possibility to do that. All right. Now, the trouble with these, as they are, is if you try to slap in, say, a thing like this, it like embeds itself in there, and it's really hard to make that work. So if anything, we need a little stub coming out. Just to make sure that offset is fine. Okay, so the first one coming up here, it's going to be the bottom one. And then it's going to go right in there. The next one, I'm thinking we're going to try. Let's see if this can load up. Nope, see. Load that up like that. It's going to be a little messy. I admit it's going to be messy, but it'll work out just fine. Okay, so we're going to want to dial that back a little bit because we're going to raise this up and then launch it down like that. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, the next one we can actually use the lifters on. And then we're going to want 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this belt going in there, this belt going in there, this belt going in there, and this one going in there. I do love when something works. I love that. Okay, so now the problem is going to be how to get those materials up here. So one thing we can do is we can do a lift right on the side of that. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we gotta run at this here. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one goes over to there. This one goes over to there. There we go. All 6. All 6 are now connected. It's crazy, is what it is. Okay, so we want to do a merger here. Now, all of these combined, 12,000 a minute. Each one of these is going to be roughly 40 a minute. So that's 6 times 4. That's 240 a minute. So we don't need a super duper fast belt. We don't need a Mark 6 belt to feed all this. I am, however, going to be using a Mark 5 for reasons. Okay, and now we can possibly maybe put in a storage. I'm not going to do a huge storage on this one, just because these things stack so high that I'm not really concerned too much. Alright. Once I connect this up, right there to there, there's the sulfur. Come on. Yeah, this is an issue here. The fact that these things don't stack very high, that's a problem. That's going to lower my throughput. So one thing I could see, I really can't like change this up now. What I would have to do is basically cut this down. The fact that the sulfur doesn't stack higher than 100 makes it very, very difficult for this to keep running. I'm pondering at the moment. This is going to be a problem pretty much in all of my builds. So what I could do is double it up. Okay. I didn't plan on needing to redo this, but I'm going to cut the power to the miner. This setup doesn't change. Okay, so but all of this is going to have to change. These actually don't need to change. This needs to change slightly, as does this, because I'm going to put a splitter right in here. No, that's not splitter. There's splitter. Like that. And then you and you are going to change. Now I need another set of these on this side. Okay. So that means we're going to need another. Is that going to be far enough? Whoa. Come on. Oh, autosave. Perfect timing. Oh yeah, these autosaves are getting a little crazy now. Because what I'm going to do is add a splitter right in line with this. That's a weird. Okay, here. And then you cut across there. Since these are really mashed up in there, they should connect themselves. Let's see if this works. There's no telling that they're going to work. So we want exactly 20 a minute. It's 128%, which is going to save me a lot. Okay, so basically 1995, how about 129%? That sounds reasonable. 129. And this is just because the sulfur doesn't stack very high. Okay, so that means you go there. I don't need a super long belt to split here, so I'm just gonna do a little stub. And hopefully there's enough space. Of course not. Let's see. This is going to be tricky, because we don't have a way of getting around there. One thing we could do let's see. We need a splitter here. Can we go underneath? We could. We could go underneath. Let's do... Let's do that. No, see, that has to be right there. But I could flip it around. So we want a splitter. Let's, yeah, that's fine. So we go underneath with it. Like so. Right? And then we have another splitter here. And then I need to overclock all these and set the recipes. Let me do that really quick. All right. That job is done. I make sure not to talk during that, because I know I'm going to fast forward it in post-production. So basically what we're going to do is this top one here is not going to be the top one. It's going to be this bottom one. Yeah, it's going to be this one here. Because this is going to go in here and here. This bottom one, this is going to be hooking up to that guy. Can't afford... Oh my god. How is that possible? Really? I have to run all the way back for some motors? Oops. Might as well grab some of this while we're at it. Alright. Anything else I'm low on? Yeah, I've got a lot of shards. I need to go back to the main base and load up on some miscellaneous things eventually. Alright. Heading back. I'm glad I put this hypertube system in. Okay, so over here, let's go down and connect this last one up again. Bingo. I really have a fear of falling down the, even though I have a jetpack, that's a long ways down. Okay, so obviously we're gonna need power. You. Just like so. Excellent. Now, after all of these are done splitting themselves, we want to take the stubs away. For reasons. Pack of sulfur. I don't know why did I have so many packs of sulfur in me? That was weird. Ah, yeah, I just, okay, yeah, I disassembled that thing. Alright, so we want mergers. And we want to go out this way. That's too close. And then in towards this one. And hopefully this will be slow enough to where we won't have that stuttering Okay, and now we want to go up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here to there. Right over the top. And yeah, we can actually put that back. Industrial storage. There we go. Put those back. Now let's fire this thing up again, and hopefully all of my vertical belts are gonna capture those splitters. These don't. So this one, this one, this one, and this one do not. There we go. So apparently you have to do this, the splitters first, and then the verticals, and then they connect. Good to know. And as you can see, it's now, they're now able to keep up. You get a nice constant supply. There we go. Anybody not cooperating? Okay, I'm not seeing any coming from this one for some reason. Oh, there it is. Excellent. Little rounding errors in the supply, but that's okay. So it's a little more efficient now. It's a little more consistent. We're not getting big stops on our supply lines like we did before. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do that for all the different ore types, because we're gonna have coal, we're gonna have bauxite, which I have right down there. There's 2 bauxite veins ready to rock and roll down there. It's gonna be a lot of shenanigans trying to get that up and running. But now that I've shown this on camera, I don't necessarily need to show all of it on camera. I wish it could. It would help in the amount of time I have to spend in between episodes, but I understand people not wanting to see too much of the miscellaneous stuff that happens in between episodes. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be... It's a nice flat area down here. So it shouldn't be too hard. Finding a spot. I'm going to come down on this side, I think. I'm going to leave enough space there. Want to leave enough space so I can get in there with some machines. Seems like a good platform to start with here. Keeping a little bit of distance away will help. Ooh, look at all that. We got a bunch more nuts down here to pick. These all grew back, which is nice. Oh. There's a Mercer sphere. Not really used for anything right now. Yeah, I've already gone through and cleared out a bunch of trees that were down here. Oh, look at another limestone vein. More nuts over here. Oh, look at all the nuts down here. Deuterium. Ooh, there's one I missed. There's another. Oh man, there's 2 more over here. So many nuts. 3 more. Always worried about running out of food. Ooh, there's a part flower. Another one. Pale berries. Always take those. Oh, nope. Pale berry. Give me that. More pale berries. Was actually running pretty low on food for a while until I came into this area. And now I've got food for days. Wait, there's another pale berry over here. There's a lizard doggo there. Could I, how do I, like, drop? I wanna take one of these and drop it on the ground. Maybe one more. Hey, where you going, dude? Oh, you little thief. All right, I see how it is. All right. Well, I've got some work to do here. Get bauxite up and running. I'm sort of methodically doing this. I'm getting all of my raw materials mined and some of them processed, and then I'll like start setting up the processing all at once. And once that's ready to go, then we can start working on the materials it's going to take to actually make the things that we want. Because remember, if anybody's new to the series, we are going for 60 turbo motors a minute. And the sheer amount of material it's going to take for that is pretty substantial. So rather than do it like piecemeal, where you get copper set up and you have some copper and then you get iron set up, and I want to just get all the materials ready to rock and roll right away. So yeah, a little bit of work, and we'll come back and hopefully have a few materials ready to go for use. No telling how much I can get done in between episodes. But yeah. So yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far. Comment down below if you've got a request or something to add. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we'll see you next time.